Hey guys, Bobby here. Look at the cars behind me. So we're on the Mercedes-Benz Dream Car Drive, and we're heading off from KL now in a beautiful Monday morning where there's a little bit of rain. And what we have here, the AMG GTC, we'll be driving that throughout the course of 2 days. The brand new CLS. I think this car, right, it doesn't look that beautiful in pictures, but in real life it looks rather stunning in terms of its profile, in terms of how it looks. And then we have two lovely gentlemen here having a nice day. Look at them. Hey, lovebirds. So don't fall in love, And then we have this beast of a car, the 63 E63. The rest are 43s, and oh, that's my dream car. Hafiz, treat my dream car well, Please treat it well, Oh my god, looks beautiful, man. Hey, what the fuck is this?
Hair scarf.
Don't do that. It ruins the car's profile.
Yes, it does. But do videos and stuff, audio.
Oh, look at that! It still have this lovely. It's very well hidden. I didn't know it. I didn't know it has that on the day. Lovely, lovely car. So this is my target. Okay, gotta work hard. Gotta work hard. That's another CLS. All right, lovely, lovely. Yep. Oh, look at them. Hey, why? The water won't come in, man.
No, they want to shoot.
Sorry. Kacau pula. I guess, yeah. That's my Monday morning. How's yours? Cheers, guys. Gonna continue with more reports along the way. Yep. There we are.
In 100 meters, turn left.
So we're gonna flag off soon. See there, Marine waving the flag. Oh. Yes. Alright, morning guys. I'm here with Tom.
Morning guys.
Tom Go from 0 to 100. I've been a follower of his since I was still in secondary school. But even though I'm older than him. So I just turned it into Sport Plus. The ride is still very good. Alright, coming up to the toll booth. I hope the GTC would go full bore after the beep sound. Now, as I was saying, I was driving in Sport Plus mode. The car suspension is so nice. I haven't checked whether this car is equipped with dynamic suspension and all that or not, but it's very comfortable so far. Alright, and let's try a full load. Oh, it is fast. It is fast. Now, it may sound familiar, 3-liter turbo and all that, and you guys have watched a lot of videos that we did with the C43. That car has a crazy Sport Plus mode. It just jerks us, right? This one doesn't. And it's still so pliant. And the mapping of the transmission is really, really good. Yeah. As I slowly slow down, I can feel the car goes it downshifts, and so far it's very nice. The brakes are easy to modulate, and I wouldn't call it a sports car, of course. And you guys have to understand, these two person here, different driving capabilities, very different. So what is really good for me still needs to be tested through his driving.
What you said was very accurate. It's refinedly sporty, maybe.
Yeah. It's a fast car. I mean, this is how luxury cars should be, right? Yeah. I mean, we can't wait to get out of the I think it's a whole 10-year, right? The downsizing thing since 2007, 2008. You know, smaller and smaller engines, and then you have basically luxury cars that makes like the 316 was 136 horsepower. Yeah, man. These cars, right? Mercedes, BMW, Audis, all this, right? They mean something. To me, the logo means something. I mean, back in the 50s, you're driving on the highway, you saw a Mercedes logo behind you, you better move away, right?
For sure.
Because you know it's a Mercedes, it will have a large engine, more power than you. And then in the 80s and 90s, you saw a Mercedes, you need to check whether it's an AMG or not before you move away. Right. But now, these are how these cars supposed to be. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice to drive.
The suspension, the ride is
very good, right?
something else,
Now my foot is a size 11 foot, so I still don't get a proper footrest. It's like half. It's like a suggestion of a footrest. So it's just a bump there, but I would prefer if it has a proper footrest. Especially the previous E-Class, the previous CLS has one. So I do not understand why in this new, oh dear. The big tires of that AMG GTC is picking up all kinds of stones and throwing at us. The white tires, white sticky tires.
I'm gonna get a crack from
Then
change.
to keep left.
Or a paint chip from chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at it.
Oh, really?
The car is as wide as its side mirrors. Crazy. Now, I did a full kick down in comfort mode. Okay, I think the lag was only like 1 second compared to last time about 2.
Right.
Now, even in comfort mode, if you go full bore, the car actually changes in character. It sounds a bit louder. Now, I'm already in Sport Plus. I don't think there's anything else that I can adjust, right? Nothing really. Just now, mid-corner, I tried move a little bit. How do I put it? It's the steering wheel, I think, that I don't feel 100% confident. But of course, this is not a sports car. But still, lower speeds is okay just now.
Right.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of detachment, but
Like replay?
yes.
Right.
You drove the Lexus LC.
I know I haven't.
High speed, a little bit scary.
Oh, really?
Because can't really tell tengah buat apa. High speeds are. I mean, my high speed is not your high speed. And of course, the previous Mercedes-Benz that I was bombing in is the C43. Oh, that car gives you loads of confidence, right?
Oh yeah. It's light and nimble, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and blunted.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like saying that, but I when I drove that car, when I was bombing through, I was like, oh, this feels just like an Audi.
No, come on.
Right, so blunted on the highway, and then you can go 200, 210, 220. It's blunted.
Right.
4-wheel drive, you know. I think this is still best a cruiser. It's not so much a sports sedan. I don't think it's tuned that way.
Keep right.
Yeah.
Is it anything like a Panamera?
Please follow
No way. Nowhere
No?
near Panamera. No. Nowhere near. I think not even half.
Oh, really?
Not even half.
What are the biggest highlights?
The Panamera, you know, I mean, you've driven it also, right? When you drive fast, it feels like a small car, right? Yeah, it shrinks around you. It follows every little bit of input. This one I can feel like I turn a little bit, then the body only move in slightly, then transfer a little bit, then the body only sits in.
Right.
Is it true to say this? There are cars where the steering gives you the confidence. There are cars whereby the chassis, how it moves, the weight transfer and all that. And there are cars that have to rely on the tires at the end of the day to allow you to, you know, I mean, like a pro driver like you know when the tire is breaking traction and all that, right? Right. So you dare to explore, you dare to see past this or see past the chassis and then see what the tires at the end of the day can deliver and all that, right? I will never reach that for my skill sets.
Right.
So I have to really depend on the car instead of myself to give me the confidence.
Right.
Yeah. So throttle, off throttle, I can feel the body move a bit. Throttle as I was turning 138 now. Off throttle. Let's see the body. How do I put this? There's just a lot of. Like I said again, at the end of the day, right, if you're someone who knows how to rely on the tires, you won't feel that petrified.
Right.
But if you're someone who needs a lot of assurance from the car, in terms of how the body moves, you know, in terms of how the steering, then
Right.
It's a very comfortable car, very fast. Not a car I would go like, okay, I can't wait until next Sunday morning to go Ulu Yamin. It's definitely not one of those.
Right.
Panamera definitely is.
Okay.
You know?
Get what you mean now.
Yeah. Oh, I have to repeat this. The C43 definitely is. I can do that every day. Okay. I think I need to drive chill and relax from now. Okay. Right, guys. Tom's turn.
Yeah.
I would say it's a very comfortable, very nice, high-speed car, but not something that, like I said again, I want to drive again and again and again. But it's not as when you're driving slow and docile, right, I don't feel it as. May I use the word boring? On how in the new 5 Series, right? As I was driving normally, it feels so soft and supple, quiet, soundproofing, all that, right? I was like, it feels like a Camry.
In default.
In default lah.
Yeah.
Default, when you drive slow, it wants to upshift as soon as possible, right? It delay your throttle as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So but it's a more exciting car than that state. But when you bring the 5 to these kind of winding roads, ooh, the car comes alive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The dual mode is very obvious.
Alright guys, cheers. Now I've done a little bit of city driving just now, and of course some really nice high-speed cruising at 65 km/h in Brunei here. So Tom is driving now, so I'll just give a quick recap on what feels fresh off my memory. Overall, the car is very comfortable, very fast. The drivetrain pairing is fantastic, and I'm happy to report that so far, I mean, we haven't gone through traffic yet, but the transmission, how it behaves, how it shifts and all that is fantastic. All these are really good. None of the little quirks that the previous 7 G-Tronic or the updated, the new 9 G-Tronic when it first came out has. It's nice, but there's only just one thing for those of you who love high-speed driving, you know, for those who have been bombing around Malaysian highways, you know, windy roads in 5 Series or the older Panamera, things like that. Okay, for those of you, this car, when it comes to high-speed cornering with undulation and all that, the body of the car, it keeps trying to find a foothold. Like when you are doing a high-speed left cornering at I wouldn't call it a corner anymore when you're going like 160, 170, right? If the roads are not flat, the car will tend to keep on trying to sit in, instead of just, you know, at the first turn of the steering wheel, the weight transfer finishes, the car sits on it, and then the suspension does its job of keeping you stable going through the whole bend. But here the car keeps on trying to again, it's the same words, find its foothold. And to some people like me, it robs away my confidence. Okay guys, now that the sun is out, you can see there is a very dark ruby red on this color. Just now when both these cars were under the shade, they both look black, just flat black color. But now that the sun is out, you can see this has a very dark green tint to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. This one is beautiful as well, but it's not the first time we've seen this treatment. We first saw it in the previous generation Lexus. No, not the Lexus. Yeah, it is the Lexus RX, the old Lexus RX, right? And the Harrier, the Toyota Harrier, they first have this color option, a very dark red color that only shows itself under direct sunlight. If not at night, it looks black. Now, the CLS, okay, it first debuted in 2004, and then they have another CLS that was launched in 2011, if I'm not wrong. This is the third generation, the third iteration of the CLS. Now, this one is rather special because the front and the back carries the new design language of I don't know what range, because it looks very different from the E-Class. And for the first time, the CLS actually looks more subdued than the E-Class, if I may. Very unique treatment. I'm trying to like it. I'm trying very hard to like it. Now, the first thing I notice is that you look at the E-Class, you have a cut line over here. Okay, I think Mercedes hides the cut line very well with the grille. Okay, instead of running one line across the bonnet, right? And this uses the clamshell approach where the cut line conforms with the bonnet and then the front fender folds up together with the bumper so that you don't see the cut line at all. Okay, frameless doors, that is now a 4-door coupe must-have, right? I've always loved frameless doors. I think they look exquisite, especially when you open the doors, right? Other than that, the interior is unlike other CLSs of yore. It is identical to the E-Class interior, except the fact that this is more closer to the E-Class coupe than the E-Class sedan. Especially you have these beautiful turbine aircon outlets, and they actually light up at night, and the lights, the ambient lighting follows the color, the temperature that you set, so which is a very nice touch. And another thing that I like is the bench seat. I've never agreed with the approach where they put cup holders here to force you to see it as a 2-seater. I've always think that they should just make it a bench seat so that when you need it, you have it, right? Another set of seat belts, another set of buckles, and then you have a proper family car. Okay, now of course it's not as spacious as an E-Class, because space is not the prime concern of this, but style with practicality is what it is. Okay, and in fact I think this is the first CLS generation that doesn't have a sloping rear. Look at the rear. Even though from the C-pillar down to the side fenders, if you still call it a fender, because the bumper wraps all the way up, it's sloping, but then the boot line actually, oh, the sun comes out, you see the beautiful paint now. So this one is not so slanted, but what makes it look really coupe-ish is the tall door line, right? The window line is so narrow, so the window line actually makes it look very coupe-ish. If you ask me whether you will feel claustrophobic inside, I mean, of course you get less glass area, right? Now the rear is something that I'm still trying to get myself to really like it, but I'm just trying. Now they have three variants: CLS 350, CLS 450, and of course the CLS 53 inside. The 53 is a 3-liter turbocharged engine with the integrated starter generator. So that gives it extra power and pushes the torque up to 500 Newton meters of torque. And then you have this one, which is also a 3-litre turbocharged engine, the one identical in the C43, but you also have an ISG that bumps power up. Now the 350 is interesting. The 350, the CLS 350, is a 2-litre engine with 299 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. A 2-litre engine. Now that would put it in the same rank as the Volvo T6 engine. A 2-litre with 400 newtons and 300 over horsepower. No, of course the Volvo is 320, but 299 is not far away. Alright, so that's the CLS. And I think it's awesome to see Mercedes bring in all these models, because like what they say, these are brand shapers. These are the kind of cars that establishes what Mercedes is and attracts you to the premium brand, and then you just buy what you can afford, right? So yeah, there we have it, the CLS 450 Coupe, and that's the E300 Coupe. I think this is just beautiful. This car is beautiful, especially the paint. And I've always liked the proportion of the E-Class Coupe. Now, the front of the E-Class Coupe is too similar to the E-Class sedan in my opinion, but I think they nailed the proportions. The proportions are just perfect. In fact, it doesn't have the tall body line of the S-Class Coupe, so it looks more slender and sleek and long. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, lovely.